If you're interested in error and damaged coins, this is going to be a video for you. Everybody knows that this can be a fickle discussion depending upon your background, your thought process, or prior training. And there's a lot of room for disagreement. Now, I am no coin expert, but what I am is somebody who wants people to have a good, solid foundation in all things numismatics. So in this series, I'm going to be going over various errors and damage, and we'll talk about what it is, how it occurs, and I'll try to demonstrate utilizing simple things like this. Now, this is just a sports bottle cap. This is a tube with some nice brown semi-BU wheat cents, and here are 3 Lincoln Head Memorial cents. Okay, nothing fancy. So what error coin are we going to be talking about today? We're going to be talking about the die cap. Okay, now the die cap error is probably one of the holy grails of error coins. It's probably, if there were royalty, this would be the king, simply because of the rarity of these or how much money they fetch. Depending upon the type of coin, you can expect to spend anywhere between $5,000 to $30,000 to get one of these specimens. Real quick, if you look at the picture over here, you're going to see a good example of what a die cap looks like. Now, I'm sharing this with you because I want you to look at this bottle cap and kind of understand what this looks like. Okay, so, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually walk through this and tell you kind of how it occurs and kind of give you a little bit more deeper, a simplistic understanding. And again, I'm going to only utilize the things that are in front of me. So first, the first thing you need to do is we need to have something that represents the working die. So this is going to be the working die, okay? These are going to be your planchets and your coins, right? This isn't a hard one to figure out because there's your coins. And then I want to utilize this as something else. So I'm going to pull that off. Now, what I want you to look at, I'm going to flip this coin over. So if you look at this particular coin, you're going to see that we're looking at the reverse. Now, it doesn't want to focus. I will have to do that. Okay. So what you're looking at is you're looking at a reverse wheat cent. Okay. This is where the wheat is. So that means now, theoretically, hypothetically, that this side of the die would be the part that stamps Lincoln into the coin. So when it hits, bam, that's going to be the image that's produced. Okay. So we've already kind of talked about dies and how they're made and how you have a master hub that makes a master die that makes a working hub that makes working dies. Okay. We've already talked about that in another video, and that video will be located up here in the corner somewhere. Now, when you have this die and it's going along, bam, 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 right? And it's stamping all of these coins. What happens in the case of the die cap is you have this coin and you stamp it, okay? So there's the bottom one, here's the top one. You stamp it, boom. Well, what happens is when you stamp it, it sticks to the die, okay? So now it is actually stuck to the die. And so what happens is it continues to stamp, okay? And the more it continues to stamp, the more it begins to fold over this working die. Okay, so it begins to fold over, begins to fold over, begins to fold over. Now, what part of the coin would you expect to be here? Do you think it's the Lincoln head, or do you think it's the reverse? If you said it's the reverse, you're correct. Because remember, when you're stamping the coin, the part that's in here will be the head or the obverse, because the item that's here on the bottom of this particular working die is the part that makes the obverse. So that is still connected to the coin. It's still there, right? It's not going anywhere. So what you would have here is you would have the reverse that would be pounding into the planchet. Now, what would you expect to get from this planchet? Well, it'd either be really weakly struck reverse, or it's just going to be nothing. It's just going to be kind of mishmash patterns and stuff like that on that. Okay. And if you look over here again, you'll see what it looks like on the reverse in this situation. Now, eventually this is going to come off and it's going to fall into the hopper and it's going to be kicked off, whatever. And then the master die or the working die will continue to stamp out the coins. So why did I show it to you this way? Well, because it's important for you to understand what's happening in this process, to understand how, and I'll use this one because it's bigger, to understand how this particular item gets made. Okay. So again, when you look at the bottle cap or you look at the die cap, you can see how the material would be worked up around the side, right? And that's the repeated pressure of that die pushing into it, causing the material to come up around the edge of the die. Now, if you look at the particular variety that's here on the screen, you're going to notice that in this area, okay, you're going to see where you can see kind of that master or that working die. You can see kind of the ridge that's there. And because that's there, you can tell that that actually was stuck to that working die. Okay. I hope this was a benefit to you. I hope this explanation was really good. Again, this is something that if you have kids or friends that are interested in coins and you're trying to do something to help them understand, this is a good little experiment for you. I hope you found it valuable. I'm going to continue to do these. I'll be releasing one of these every few days over the various varieties and different types of error coins. So I hope you like it. So if you found it worthy, please hit that like, leave a comment down below. And if you want to see when more of these videos come out, go ahead and hit that bell, right? Set selection to all, and then that'll notify you next time I release a video. This has been Frostbite. I thank you for your time. Have a great day.